Hey guys, so this is going to be a little different from our usual video update. Um, we get to change gears, right? We get to cross that 2020 AP test off of our list of to-do things, right? I apologize for those of you who chose not to test. I apologize for kind of putting you guys on standby for a few days, more or less. But it was a tumultuous time trying to make sure all of our ducks were in a row for the online testing and formats and all that stuff. But we're all back together and we're all ready to tackle the remainder of your time in environmental science together again without the differentiation between testers and non-testers anymore. Now, normally, what I would do during this time of year is I'd show a film called 180 Degrees South. I always show it right about AP testing time, just to kind of give people a break while people are in and out for the various AP tests. Now, obviously, we don't get to do that together this year, but the film that I want to show you guys, it's really important to me for a lot of reasons, and obviously, it's going to be an environmentalist type movie, but it's not about science and climate change and stuff like that. It's more about connecting with places and understanding the intrinsic value in wild areas. And on top of that, aside from that sort of kind of central topic, this is a movie about adventure. And all of us somewhere inside, we have this seed that may or may not have been cultivated to seek adventure, new experiences, and that can doesn't always have to be in wild places. That can be through travel. That can be through even just learning something new, getting yourself out of your comfort zone in a lot of ways. That's adventure. Adventure manifests itself in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to start us off with a quote. I'll talk a little bit more about the movie and why we're watching it, and then we're going to end with a quote, and then there's an assignment that goes with this. So the first quote is by the great Henry David Thoreau, and it goes like this: "I went into the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discovered that I had not lived." So, like I said, the act of an adventure, right? It's tapped into our spirit, right? Now, I'm not getting religious on you guys. I'm talking about the part that motivates us, right? To do what we do. For some of you guys, that is religion. For some of you guys, it manifests itself differently. But the adventurous spirit, right, is what compels you to seek new things. And it's in all of us. Some of us are more comfortable with the unknown than others, but in all of us there is that desire to seek adventure in some form or another. And the reason I really like this movie is, I've watched this movie dozens of times because I've shown it, to my environmental science kids. But every time I watch it, it rekindles that desire that I have to make sure that I'm cultivating that adventurous side of me, the side of me that forces me to get up and learn new things and grow as a person, forces me to push myself in all aspects of life, not just, as a teacher, but also as a parent, as a husband, forces me to get my butt in shape occasionally, which I'm struggling with right now, I'm not gonna lie. And it forces me to get up and try new things. If you don't do that, you're going to get stagnant and you're going to stop growing. And I personally feel like I have a lot of growing left to do. And you guys certainly do. And you're going to grow into just intellectual forces. I have no doubt about that. But I feel like it's my duty to try to kindle other things aside from your knowledge of environmental science. And that's why I want you to watch this movie. And yes, it is an assignment. What I want to encourage you guys to do is to actually try to watch it all in one sitting. I provided a free link to you guys. It's through a legitimate site owned by Fox. It's not like a pirated version or anything like that. But it's a free link, which means there's going to be ads that interrupt it, unfortunately. And I apologize for that. That was commonplace when I grew up. Everything you watched had ads unless you went to the movie theater. But You guys probably aren't used to that. Now, if you'd like to go on to Amazon or something and rent it or buy it, that's totally up to you. But I, of course, wanted to give a free version of that movie. But that being said, try to sit and watch it all in one sitting, right? The assignment that goes with it is going to be a reflection. And just like I started with a quote, and I'll be ending with a quote here shortly, I'm going to have you guys either find a quote or quotes that resonate with you, or for the slightly more adventurous, right? Maybe come up with a quote of your own, something that resonates with you and how this film invoked some thought, at least in you, if it didn't drive you to try to go seek some adventure, okay? The second quote is by Jon Krakauer, author of Into Thin Air, Into the Wild, which maybe some of you guys have read in your English classes. I'm gonna have to apologize. His quote refers to men specifically. Obviously, this is for everybody. Maybe he wasn't meaning to be sexist per se in the quote, but I just want to make it clear that that's not how I feel. I mean this for everybody equally. And so the quote goes like this: "So many people live within unhappy circumstances and yet will not take the initiative to change their situation because they are conditioned to a life of security, conformity, and conservatism, all of which may appear to give one peace of mind, but in reality, nothing is more dangerous to the adventurous spirit within a man than a secure future. The very basic core of a man's living spirit is his passion for adventure. The joy of life comes from our encounters with new experiences. And hence, there is no greater joy than to have an endlessly changing horizon, for each day to have a new and different sun."